Hi crafters, welcome to Coffee and a Card. I'm so glad you joined me here for a little midday crafting session. I'm Vicki Sewell, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Please take a moment to like and follow me on Facebook at StampinChat30 or email me at stampinchat30@gmail.com. If you see any Stampin' Up! Products you like in this video, you can use my convenient Shop Now button at the top of this page to order them today. Please remember to enter my current monthly host code as you're checking out. This video is part 3 of my series called Cut and Create with Pattern Papers. Today I'm going to show you how to cut your Stampin' Up! Designer papers efficiently so that you can create an exciting modern look for your cards. I'm calling it an angle cut, and I'm using a really cute new sweet called Gingerbread and Peppermints. It's on page 8 of Stampin' Up's 2021 June to December mini catalog. It includes this stamp set, Frosted Gingerbread, and some double-sided 6x6 designer series papers. Let me show you all these designer papers that you get in this set. They are so cute. Some of these designs can be cut out with the matching dies that come in this bundle. Here's a nice gingerbread. Here's all kinds of cookies. Here's another set that can be cut out with dies. Here's another nice brown frosted gingerbread set. Here's a set that can be cut out with the dies. Some squiggles. These trees you can fussy cut. These ornaments can be cut out with the dies and the snowflakes. There's some bright peppermint paper and some pretty stripes. And of course, all these papers are double-sided. So if you didn't like the designs on the front, you have all these other options on the back. Aren't they just lovely? Bright and cheery for your Christmas cards. All right, back to the angle cut. Here's some examples of cards I've made with the angle cut. This one is the ice cream set. This one uses the strawberry punch. Here's one that uses the daisy punch. And here's a Christmas card. This is, of course, landscape with the poinsettia. So now let's get started measuring and cutting the paper. Start with a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. With a ruler and a pencil, mark each side at 1.5 inches like this. Next, you'll need a 6.5 by 6.5 piece of matching cardstock. Mark each side of this cardstock at 1 3/4 inches. Then you'll need your paper trimmer. Line up the marks at the top and bottom of the paper right along the cutting track. So I've lined up this mark at the top and this mark at the bottom. Now turn the paper and line up the long side at the top of your trimmer. And you're going to find the mark that you made on this side right here and line it up with the cutting line. So now you have two pieces. You'll do the same thing one more time. You have four pieces that might appear to be different, but they're actually all the same size and shape. Then it's time to do the same thing with the cardstock. Again, line up the mark at the top and at the bottom. Turn and put the paper on the long side, line up the mark that you made at the bottom with the cutting line. And you'll have four pieces. Now you're ready to attach the DSB to the cardstock. I'm using glue, so I'll have just a minute of wiggle room to get those margins even. Now your cardstock sometimes comes out so that it's not totally even. It's not an exact science, but you can even it up just by eyeballing it and cutting with your scissors, or you can draw a line with your ruler, a straight line. If you're not comfortable just eyeballing it, you can draw a straight line with your ruler and just trim off along that line. There, now the margins are evenly spaced, and I'm ready to glue this to my card base. Notice I've already heat embossed my greeting onto the card base. If you don't know how to do that, be sure to check out my previous technique video on heat embossing. Then I fussy cut these darling little mittens, cookie mittens, and peppermints from the matching paper that I just showed you. And I'll attach them with dimensionals. Finally, I've topped it off with a bow made from the matching real red ruffled ribbon and some cute acrylic shapes found on page 9 to give a little more dimension to the card. I'll take my pick tool to get the ornament that I want. And I'll add just a drop of glue here. No, I think I'll use a glue dot for this. I think a glue dot will work for this. I'll just stick it on there, pull it off, and add it to that little peppermint. And there you have a fun Christmas card. Remember that you'll get a chance to win this card when you share this video. Leave a comment below to let me know that you've shared, and maybe I'll be sending this card to you in the mail. The Stampin' Up! Products I've used are available from my online store. All you have to do is click on the Shop Now link above, and if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be yours. If you live in the Chattanooga or Cleveland area, I hold in-person classes on the first Tuesday of the month. Contact me at stampinchat30@gmail.com to pre-register for these. Thank you for joining me for Coffee and Card today. Ink it up and send a blessing to someone today.